you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about how you can let your insecurities make you stronger. So before we dive into this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe down below. And make sure you grab your coffee so we can have a nice little coffee or a wine or whatever you might be having while we're watching this video. So without further ado, let's dive into this video. So insecurities are something that all of us struggle with, and every single person I know has insecurities, and it's something that we almost are afraid to admit and afraid to say that's making me fearful or insecure or anything like that. It's actually pretty crazy to associate your insecurities with your fears, because that is what drives an insecurity, is being fearful of something. So when an insecurity comes to the surface, that's usually because there's a fear associated with that insecurity. So I'm going to share with you guys tips on how to make yourself stronger from your insecurities and a little bit more about them. So my first tip on letting your insecurities make you stronger is owning your insecurity. So admitting to yourself that, yep, that does make me insecure. Yep, I am insecure about my body or my hair or my attitude at work or whatever your insecurity might be coming up, because I almost believe that people have a dominant insecurity and something that really drives them through life. I know that is personally my situation, where I'm driven by like a main insecurity of mine that is literally like the sounding board over here that I don't like, and it's like my constant strong like, hey, I'm over here, and every time you do something I'm still over here. So that's what I believe, is that there's always something that's really strong. You'll have multiple insecurities over your life, and you'll always be fearful of something. That's just human nature. But I feel like pinpointing those dominant things is a really important thing in understanding what is triggering you. So anyway, step number one is owning your insecurities. So being aware of that awful little devil over here and being like, yep, that's what I'm insecure about. He's over there. Yep, that's it right there. So owning that and admitting that it's okay to have an insecurity, because it doesn't make you a weaker, less good person. It doesn't make you seem less great. It's just a part of being human. So admitting that insecurity is step one. Then step two is asking yourself what is making you insecure in that moment. So I will share with you guys my insecurities and get a little raw and honest, because that's all what the Short Way is all about. So for me, I have this innate insecurity that I'm not good enough. And that is something that is like my devil over here that I have had my entire life. And that insecurity is like my kryptonite. It is the constant buzzing that is like, hey, you're not good enough in everything you do. And that is something that I deal with all the time. So that is like my biggest insecurity, is this feeling of I'm not good enough. And it's in a lot of situations. So relationships, work, owning a business, doing sports or tasks, like literally everything, it like creeps its way to the surface. It's huge. So with that said, going back to step number two and figuring out what's triggering you and why it's triggering you. So for me, that is fear. So I have a fearful state that I live in, where I go right into the, well, I'm not good enough to do that. I'm not good enough to be loved. I'm not good enough to have that great job or that great career. I have all of those things, and mine is wrapped around fear. And usually insecurities are fear. It's fear within yourself that you don't love yourself enough and that you're not fulfilling what you need to be fulfilling. So I associate my insecurities with my fears, and that is what triggers it. So basically just pinpointing what is causing that insecurity when it comes up. So like if it's a certain situation, a certain person is triggering it, and like really thinking about those things. But also, where is it coming from? Why do you feel this way? The second something happens, why are you instantly insecure about it? What is driving that? So pinpointing that and understanding that is really important. Okay, step number three. Take a deep breath and blow it all out. So take a deep breath, because insecurities are scary and they're hard, and it's even hard filming this video and talking about my insecurities, because it's like so in here, and it's silly, and it seems silly, but it's not. It's just literally a part of who you are, and there's nothing wrong with having an insecurity around something, because I believe that insecurities make you stronger. Because if If you don't focus on those things that scare you and that give you a hard time in life, then you're never going to grow and never going to be better than you are right now. So insecurities are a great thing, just like fear is a great thing, because it will drive you to greatness and to greater opportunities and greater things. In the moment of your insecurities, step number 4, I want you guys to tell yourself the opposite of what your insecurity is. So for me, when I say I'm not good enough, I've had to train my brain over the years to instantly flip that switch and go, no, I am good enough. And I force myself to do that. When you get an insecurity in your head, you start to spiral out of control. And I know I do it. Like, for me, insecurities are a big thing, and I go into that headspace, and right away I'm like, I'll start looking at, like, if I get shitty about the gym, like if I'm not getting muscly enough, and like that's another one of my self-love things that I'm working on. But like for that, I'll start looking at like other girls on Instagram, and I'll start like this downward spiral of like looking through social media and going, whoa, look at her abs and look at her butt and and like I start doing it, and it's like, it is the most unhealthy thing you can do. So like, stop and don't pick up any social media, don't talk to anybody, just like literally sit in your head and go, no, I am good enough, no, I am pretty enough, no, I am this, no, I am that. Like, you have to tell yourself that you are great. And this may sound super hard, and it doesn't come overnight, and it is a consistent way of training yourself to do this. And I promise you, it will come with time. It just takes, you have to condition your mind, because right away you're in this momentum where the second something goes wrong or you have an insecurity, you want to start to spiral out of control, because you think that you're gaining more control by looking through social media or by looking at other people or whatever it might be. You think that you're getting more control by doing that, when actually you're losing control of your emotions. So gaining the control of your emotions, don't spiral. Just sit and be like, take a deep breath and go, no, I am good enough. No, I am this. No, I am that. And not letting that insecurity control you and take over your life. So those are my 4 final steps. So in recap, all you need to do when an insecurity surfaces in your life is to own that insecurity. Ask yourself what is causing it, what's triggering it, why you have that insecurity. Take a deep breath, and then tell yourself the opposite of what that insecurity is. Those are my 4 steps, you guys. And I promise you, you will get better and better if you continue to practice this and you continue to be conscious of where your mind goes and how your emotions take your mind places. It will seriously change your life, and it can change your love for yourself on such a deeper level. So those are my tips and tricks on how to let your insecurities make you stronger. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please be sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe down below. And don't forget to drink your coffee, because mine's kind of cold now. But I hope you guys have an amazing day. I love you so, so much. Bye!